Hello, survivors. Welcome to episode 7 of Surviving Almagest. We are just about to the next contract location, so let's go ahead and check that out. I've gone ahead and done a little bit of work on this place. I'm really having a hard time bringing my vision for this thing into reality, or, into the game. I've got some armoring done on the nacelles. It doesn't need to be like fully encased. I kind of like the look of having that. But everything else I'm just not happy with. I'm not sure where it's going and how to put the vision in. And to be honest, I think I need to mess around and creative with some new designs. But we will see. Maybe I'll get an epiphany on it. Anyway, so with this contract, we are going to be rebuilding persons or survivors, engineers, base. Went ahead and brought the miner along with me so that I have easy access to ores. This must be a grid. Yeah, so we build inside of the grid, I'm assuming. Yep. Alright. Let's go ahead and land. Alright, let's check what we have here. We have a storage container. And a small control center. Alright, we need to build a battery. 2 batteries, 2 solar panels, survival kit, 2 cargo containers, and an antenna. But they want it inside the grid, so not attached to this, I guess. Can we build off of this, though? No. So we're gonna have to just build a new base. And that's okay. So we're gonna build it like we're building a small outpost. Take some blocks here, bring it out to the edge. I don't like it's not aligned. I forgot to align it. Start right here. It's aligned with that grid. Alright. We'll use that as our base. Let me go ahead and pause to get this welded up, and I will be back. Alright guys, I got that welded up. I decided to cut a few rows off here. We're gonna make a small little outpost, and we'll include everything on the list, obviously. So I'm going to start with an entryway. we'll make a... I think we'll do this. We'll make a little landing and maybe some catwalks that lead over there. We're gonna do a small little airlock. We're gonna pretend that air tightness is a thing. Make a little passageway here. Gonna do this, I think. Yeah, and then come in here. Then where was it? Where was it? Do I have it on my bars? Let's just put it here. I want this. Can't tell if that's centered or not, but that should be fine. Alright. Alright, and I will go get the rest of the parts. Okay. Let's get these doors built. Perfect. Good. Yeah, it's far enough above the head for now. I'd probably build this a lot bigger if air tightness was actually a thing, but... And completely different, we need conveyors leading to that air vent, blah blah blah. Alright. Let's get the room set up. He'll need a bed, and toiletries, and some tables, some lockers. So let's make sure to build it big enough. We're gonna bring this out to there. It's out to there. And I'm thinking of doing... Alright, back, we got that welded up, so now one would enter through the airlock, and they would have a nice little room. So let's go ahead and put them things down in said room. Of course, you'll probably want to look out at the moon, right? So yeah, let's get a window in. So we're gonna take this one and this one out. Go back to this half box here. Now he can have a nice little window to look out. You may be saying, hey, you don't need to do all this, but you know, it's part of the fun. If this was going to be my base, I'd want to look out at the moon. Very nice, very nice. Alright. Let's get some stuff down for him. Do we have anything like a bench instead of... Let's just put some seats down. It's good. And I'm thinking his bed could be in a separated room right here. So, against the wall there. Give him a foot locker. Barrel for storage. Couple of extra crates. And a locker. Then probably want table. Sink, we don't have a kitchen block yet. Alright, let me get all this welded up and then, oh wait, let's put his room in, his walls for his room. Let's make his door something like there. Yeah, that'll work. Can put his, oh, that worked out perfectly. That there. Alright. Nice. Alright, let me go ahead and get all of this welded up, and then we'll work on the parts that we actually need. I mean, we're already at 566 PCU, so if we go over, because it says 600 to 1,000, so if I go over that, it might not count. We may have to take some of this out, unfortunately, but we'll see. Alright, I'll be back. I got all that welded up. Just how it's looking so far. I decided to take out one of the seats. We're at 1321 with all this welded up, so on the PCU. So we'll see. We need 2 batteries. Oh, alright. Alright, I got everything on this bar that we're gonna need. Let's go ahead and place down. They want the 1.5 meter batteries, so these can actually go inside. I like the look of them. It looks kind of like a, you know, a server rack. Then we're gonna need 2 solar panels of the 5 meter variation, which is okay because we don't have anything bigger. We want to extend this into a section, so these might need to wait until we put a ceiling on. Need the survival kit. If it was to be functional, it would need to be piped. So we're going to put that there. And cargo container of the 1.5. This is a 2.5. And he would want at least access to it on the inside. And there is plenty of room in here. So let's just go ahead and put this in like this. And then an antenna on the outside. Okay, so I'm going to close this off and get some catwalks on here leading over there, and I will be right back. I guess I got all that welded up, put a roof on it. I've got some catwalks leading over here, but I think I'm not going to weld up these. I'll let the prospector do that. It is a little dark in here. We might put at least 1 or 2 lights. It depends on if the contract finishes when we put the antenna and solar panels up there or not. If it doesn't, then we're going to have to rip a lot of this out anyway. I really don't want to do that. I hope not. So let's go ahead and get that done. I think it was this one, yes. So we need 2 solar panels. Let's go ahead and give it ears. Which way is the sun? It doesn't really matter. Let's just lay them down flat. Put them on the corners here. Yeah, he's not going to get much charge anyways if the sun was actually hitting it, but I don't think it matters right now in the game. I think as long as they're down and the sun is kind of up. And that's huge. Okay, he only needs the 1.5, so let's go ahead and just put that in the middle. Alright, we're gonna need glass for these. Alright, I got the glass. Alright, moment of truth. Oh, almost. Alright. Two batteries. Yeah, we got everything down. Two unfinished blocks. Let me... There's something in here. Did we not put it? Everything in here. There's one... Maybe this is it. Cross your fingers, guys. That was a search. Yeah, god damn it. My beautiful little outpost. I gotta tear it apart. Sorry, guy. I guess you don't get crates. Don't get a locker. You don't get air vents. You definitely don't get a bed. Don't get a seat. Or a table, or a sink. God forbid. God forbid you try and make something nice. Oh, I guess you don't get a door either. Or an airlock. Yeah, there you go. Good job. Good job. What a boring base. Move to the indicated area to transfer ownership of the grid. Yeah, sure, you can have it. Not like I would want it now anyway. I guess you just get a projected grid the whole time. Okay. Well, that was a letdown. Try and do something nice, and no. Alright, well, I'll remember that. If it has PCU, just make sure you stay inside of it. Alright, let's go claim our damn rewards. I'm just flying by the planet here. Thought I'd bring you guys in to check out the view. It's kind of nice, huh? Alright, we're back at the station. Let's get our rewards. Get the small welder. That's nice. Alright, and that's probably going to be the end of this episode. Let's go ahead and grab our next one, the radio beacon. This one we go down to the surface and build a radio beacon, but you know what? It's probably not going to be very hard. It's probably going to be similar to the last one that we did, and we're just going to put down a few blocks. Let's go ahead and accept that. Alright, guys. I will see you in the next one. Keep on surviving.